موطني الجمال والجلال والسناء والبهاء في رباك والحياة والنجاة والهناء والرجاء في هواك هل أراك سالما منعما وغانما مكرما سالما منعما وغانما مكرما هل أراك في علاك تبلغ السماك
This is Gaza, a region that has become synonymous with devastation. In the aftermath of military operations, the scars left behind on its civilians' infrastructure tell a story of resilience and despair. Gaza, a densely populated area home to over 2 million people, has faced repeated military confrontations. The civilian population often bears the brunt of these conflicts. Homes, schools, and hospitals, essential pillars of any society, are turned into a rubble.
يهدوا واحنا بنبني يهدوا واحنا بنبني.
According to international law, civilian homes should be protected during conflicts, yet in Gaza, entire neighborhoods have been wiped out.
راب الغيوم جمالا وألون الدنيا بأجمل بسمة وأكون للخير العميم مثالا أسمو وأجتاز السماء جلالا.
This is our problem. You own the narrative. You own the United Nations. You own Hollywood. You own all these mouthpieces. Where are our voices? Our voices need to be heard as well. We've been watching your channels, and instead of mourning our dead, instead of mourning these Palestinian children, we've been having to deal with more dehumanization of Arabs.
وتقدست أسماؤه وتعالى وأكون.
Schools, the symbol of hope and future, are not spared. Many children in Gaza have seen their classrooms destroyed, their education disrupted. The school was a safe place for children. Now they are too afraid to come back.
كنا نروح مدارس وكنا ندرس وكان لنا مستقبل إننا للراحة والجسرنا صرنا بالمقابر صرنا ندرس.
Education is their right, but how can they learn surrounded by destruction? Hospitals, lifeline in time of crisis, have also been targeted. Healthcare workers risk their life to treat the injured amidst a shortage of essential supplies.
باللون الأحمر على أجسامنا ونرى ذلك على أجسام
أمام أعيننا ونستطيع تقديم الخدمة لهم.
Gaza's medical infrastructure has been irreparably damaged, and healthcare providers have been working in a dire situation with very limited access to medical supplies. I call for an immediate ceasefire and an end to the occupation. and the prevention of the right to health abuses and violations, including underlying determinants of health.
They are working in impossible conditions. Patients die because they don't have the equipment or medicine to save them. This is a violation of basic human rights.
The implications of these military operations go far beyond the physical destruction. They raise urgent concerns about the violation of human rights. The United Nations has repeatedly called for adherence to international law through numerous resolutions, urging all parties to protect civilian lives and ensure the survival of essential infrastructure.
كالسقيم العليل وقد كان بالسقم دهرا طريق تقال العثار العظام به ويعود
The Geneva Conventions, a cornerstone of international law, require the protection of civilians in times of war. Article 80 specifically protects medical establishment, while Article 53 prohibits the destruction of property unless absolutely necessary for military operation. Yet, in Gaza, these protections are frequently overlooked, leaving civilians to bear the brunt of the conflict.
Gaza is becoming a graveyard for children. Hundreds of girls and boys are reportedly being killed or injured every day. The way forward is clear. A humanitarian ceasefire now. All parties respecting all their obligations under international humanitarian law now. This means the unconditional release of the hostages in Gaza now. The protection of civilians, hospitals, UN facilities, shelters and schools now. More food, more water, more medicine, and of course fuel entering Gaza safely, swiftly, and at the scale needed now. I'm deeply concerned about clear violations of international humanitarian law that we are witnessing. Let me be clear. No party to an armed conflict is above international.
As the sun sets over Gaza, the shadows stretch long over streets marked by devastation. Buildings that once stood tall now lie fractured. Roads that carry the hopes of families are scarred by conflict. Military operations leave behind more than rubble. They leave behind broken dreams, displaced lives, and a future shrouded in uncertainty. The infrastructure of Gaza bears silent witness to years of suffering, its very foundations crumbling under the wave of war. But even here, amidst the devastation, life endures, children laugh, families rebuild, the human spirit finds way to resist despair. The streets tell a story not only of destruction but of resilience, courage, and unyielding hope. Let us remember, Gaza is not just a place of conflict, but a place of humanity, a place where the dream of peace still flickers, a place that deserves more than survival. It deserves a chance to thrive. The voices echo through the streets, demanding justice, calling for an end to the relentless violence. These are the cries of people who refuse to remain silent in the face of injustice. But the message is clear. Enough is enough. Stop the killings. Stop the suffering. No child should grow up in the shadow of war. No family should have to live in constant fear. We dream of a Gaza where voices rise not in anger but in celebration. Let us turn together for Gaza. Free Palestine. Stop genocide.
Free Palestine, stop genocide. Free Palestine, stop genocide. Free Palestine, stop genocide.
للأجيال ميزنا الله بقرآن يعصمنا إن
من أول الحرب رشعت حالي، كنت محلالي، كنت هالجبل، كنت شجرة، بس من اجت اتخرمنا من جثث اتخرمنا من الحرب كلنا. شايف هذا كلنا اتخرمنا. ما كنتش شايف انا، كنت احلى من هيك، كنت اجمل، بس الحرب خربتني.
وليس سواك يمنحني هدايا. أتيت وقد توزعت الهدايا وحملت الرحال على المطايا. عبيدك يا إله الناس غار